Now listen, I don't know about you, but I'm very much in the mood for some sexual intercourse. Simon's HQ is this fantastic nightclub called the Sassy Cat Club in Manhattan.
My good time boy. Sorry for not taking you seriously, my darling. He's been causing havoc in the household. Some chap's left his calling card. A Timothy at Circuit City Stores. Happy to help, he says.
Give me the hat!
No chance.
You
son.
gave it to me as a gift.
You took it by force from me in New York City.
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't wanna take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines and stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Severson. And today is Friday. Woo! May 2nd, 2025. And damn, the weekend's gonna feel good.
We made it, y'all.
It's gonna look good on you.
Looks good on you.
You got the weekend might as well be Men's Warehouse. You gotta like the way you look.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. R.I.P. No, I don't know. I think I remember hearing that guy passed.
Well, R.I.P.
Love that guy. He was a pro marijuana guy.
Oh,
Well, then fuck yeah, dude.
let's double check. I
So-
think Mike's double checking. I appreciate it. But yeah, Friday, rough. Let's. I didn't do that in the right. That's how you know that I'm completely joking.
George
but-
Zimmer's still alive.
Oh, awesome.
But he's a fat sag. Look at him.
Woo! I love a fat sag, dude. How old is he?
76.
Okay, I definitely thought he was older, so that's my bad. He just was one of those guys who had, I guess in his 40s, had just like an established gentleman look, and that's kind of ageless to a certain point, right? So you never know.
You're gonna think I'm older than I am.
Right.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. Especially the voice, you know.
Iconic.
Definitely iconic. I mean,
Really a hero of our time.
I was gonna say it's definitely one of those, like, if you weren't there to experience it in the 90s, you know, Dalworth clean, that kind of shit.
Right.
Or at least for our area, what was like Westway Ford, Westway Ford. So, yeah, something like that.
If you're not shopping with me, you're burning money.
Exactly. Thank you. Right. So hey, I guess we did a we did a local Dallas 15 minutes.
You're
didn't we?
welcome.
Not even 15 minutes. like 45 seconds. I don't know. All right. Well, let's get on to today for everyone, not just the Dallas area.
That's right.
May 2nd, just a reminder, on this day in 1803, colonialism really got a win, and the Louisiana Purchase, it happened. The U.S. buys 800,000 square acres of 250. I'm sorry. Quarter of a million. No, this is over 750,000 acres of land from France. You know, I guess
of a billion.
no, that's a million. 828,000.
290.
Okay, now you're trying to cover up. But anyway, all right, we're moving on. I'm just messing with you today. I'm sorry, dude.
Wasn't it like half of America back then? Louisiana was big.
Yeah, I do think it was. I thought it was like more than half. Honestly, I don't remember.
Tell me what 828,000 square acres looks like.
Doesn't
versus
sound like more than
828
half
million.
of America, but
I couldn't tell you.
maybe there was
That's a
others.
lot.
Yeah, I don't remember the details. I know that obviously it was pounded into our fucking heads, and I just circled the answers that I knew were correct and forgot about them.
Like 3 cents per acre. They could have gotten more out of that.
Was there more to be bought? That's kind of the weird thing. I don't remember the war where like France got to claim that land and then sell it to us. You know what I mean?
That is a big chunk, though.
There we go. That's actually what my brain was kind of imagining. So yeah, part of Texas, or at least old Texas, not current Texas.
All of Oklahoma,
Like,
Kansas,
that's like taking
Nebraska,
a kid's
South
bike
Dakota,
and
Iowa.
like selling it.
Exactly. That's exactly your perfect metaphor. Perfect analogy, James. Thank you. And since he was so succinct, we can move on. On this day in 1920, who wants to say this one?
The NNL, Negro National League, founded by Rube Foster, holds its first game.
Sorry, I just it's a historical fact. There's nothing wrong with the word Negro. It's just funny how
That's what it's called.
some white people get very uncomfortable. So I just wanted to give somebody the opportunity to be uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable.
No, I'm not either. I just wanted to make sure that y'all. I wanted to see if y'all would because it would have been funny.
Let's move on.
I mean, I guess the whole thing. Maybe why did I put this here? No, okay. But yeah, honestly, James, weren't there a couple of years where it was clearly kind of a more competitive, talented league?
I believe that.
Probably every year.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, my question was really more about like when did they have like reasonable facilities and like reasonable training? I mean, even just equipment. So I didn't know.
The Whites were not a big fan of this,
right?
If you can believe it.
I mean,
so
because they
I
would
imagine it was tough going, and it was a lot of kind of DIY baseball.
Right. So that's why
because it was for the Whites too that early on. I mean, it wasn't like
this was only a decade or so into established, still basically minor league established baseball.
Right. If the White Sox their bonus was a half-empty bottle of champagne. I mean, you could imagine.
Yeah, these guys are only here because the
guys on the other end were playing the game for the love of the game.
Right. Exactly. They're only there because they somehow made the time. No financial benefit, I imagine, other than, hey, we're making sure it doesn't cost you money to be here today. We got some water, and then someone's wife made lunch today. Someone's wife's making lunch tomorrow. I'm sure it was stuff like that.
That kind of shit.
And we all pitch in every now and then, whatever. But you know what? I don't know. And obviously not an ideal situation, and I'm not trying to characterize that as the situation, but those small kind of communities that, hey, I was watching fucking Fiddler on the Roof last night, like I said. And that's what I was kind of jealous. Tradition, like it didn't sound good. I didn't sound like somewhere I wanted to be.
But it's the love of the game.
But it was an ecosystem, and you know what? They loved that game.
Yeah.
That ecosystem that they made.
That camaraderie, dude.
Well, I don't just mean the literal game of MLB. I mean like being Jewish as fuck in that community of Fiddler on the Roof. They loved being Ukrainian Jews. It was like their favorite thing in the world. Their rabbi was funny. Funny. Woo!
Had damn jokes.
They were like, hey, Rabbi, how do we appropriately address the czar? Or and he was like, oh, yeah. Oh, I shouldn't do it. I'm sorry. Yeah, you appropriately address the czar by...
Do it.
Oh, what do you want to...
It's actually, it sounds really good. Keep going.
How about I practice it and I'll come back?
A trans.
I don't know that I can
A trans.
But no, it was fun because he was like, yeah, you address him by, oh, Your Holiness, I hope you never come to our village. Damn, got him. No, but
Wes is like trying to be PC. He's like, he said "oy vey," and then he.
It was a lot. I mean, it was a lot of like. The way they almost have like a Yoda way of speaking in that movie sometimes. I have such news for you. You know, it's like what are you saying? Anyway, it was really fun. I like it a lot. I like that shit though. You know, I like
Jews. Well,
tell me a Jewish story. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I like a very cultural based story. Is what I super because if obviously do your research, make sure.
Well, I'll tell you, during their exodus, they only had enough oil in the lamp to last for one night. Do you know how many nights it lasted? Okay, I'm done.
Well, I was listening. Where were you going?
It's a story of Hanukkah. It's not a. It was like
that's what I thought you were saying.
It was like a very popular. Anyway.
Well, see, but as popular as it is,
crazy nights.
Right. You should have. Yeah, you should have threw Adam Sandler in there. I would have understood. On this day in 1939, Lou Gehrig's 2,130th consecutive game streak ends. What happened? Did he get sick? On this day in 1946, the Battle of
God damn it. Show some fucking respect, dude.
I love you so much.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's a really good streak. You know, I didn't have to take the standardized tests or like finals. I didn't take finals my senior year because I didn't miss one day a class. So I imagine that's what Lou Gehrig was going for, and I just thought it had to be something really important for him to have missed that day.
If you get ALS, it's going to be really sad, dude.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay. Drop the Christopher Moltisanti Do you ever think it's weird that Lou Gehrig died from Lou Gehrig's disease?
Wait, what are you? Lou Gehrig had Lou Gehrig's disease?
I'm not going to entertain this shit.
I thought it was named after Sam Shepard.
Ooh.
He did die of
Oh.
ALS.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. It's actually pretty tragic. That's why even though I joke about his last piece of released fiction, it was prose, it wasn't a play. It was okay.
Yeah.
Definitely not Sam Shepard level good.
A little shaky.
A little shaky, but that's the problem, man, is if you look at that back sleeve cover, they probably had to take that a couple times.
Oh my God.
It's not good. He did not have a good death, man, and he deserved better, and I love him. He's a beautiful mind. And by all accounts, a fantastic boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to ask the partners. Sometimes you hear like, oh, Frank Sinatra, good guy, right? Cheated on his wife all the time. I've never heard Frank Sinatra's a good guy. Anyone ever said that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, perfect. Wait, I'm sorry. I was about to get ahead of myself. I need to not, but something on the Today in Film got me very excited.
Ooh, yes.
But we'll get there. Let's move on.
Yes.
Okay, on this day in 1946, the Battle of Alcatraz begins. Last 2 days after 6 inmates attempt an escape. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
They should do a updated version of that movie. If there
It's
has
called
been
The
one.
Rock.
Pretty much, right?
Yep.
It's more of a metaphor version of The Rock, though.
All right, Michael, we want you to make this movie. All right, I'm going to set it in the future.
All right, get Ed Harris,
There has to be poison rockets.
James Bond,
Mm-hmm.
military upset at the U.S.
I need Nick Cage and Ed Harris.
Nick Cage's girlfriend, even for Nick Cage, is too hot for him.
We have to have 5 scenes where a black person says something that I script as white people view black people would say.
And then, don't worry, years later, I'm going to make it worse by making some Jar Jar Binks-like robots in one of my Transformers movies. Okay. I think it was the third one?
Yeah.
That they did? I don't remember.
Lost count.
Mark Wahlberg said, that's fine, I'll do the next movie. On this day in 2000, Bill Clinton announces that GPS would be made available to the public. Thanks? I guess.
Now I know where I'm going.
Yeah, I
Or
guess.
how to get there.
Still
I know
use my Tom.
the correct roads.
Roads.
On this day in 2011, they kill Osama bin Laden. Obama flew in there, dropped from that helicopter, put a gun to his head, and instead pulled his dick out and
Said goodnight.
and crushed his head with it like it was a sledgehammer.
That's true. All true.
And that's how Osama bin Laden met his fate. And then they buried him at sea. They did. I guess because they were like, we're not giving him back, and also we probably shouldn't bury him in America, so why don't we just dump him out here? Kind of fucking awesome. Fuck this guy. We already killed him and played with his dick a little bit. Throw him off the side of the road.
Hey, Osama, how big's your dick?
Yeah. We pulled his pants down. None of us touched it. We poked it with a stick.
Do something.
So don't worry. Anyway, no, there's a book you could probably read about the truth of what happened, at least of what the government wants you to believe is the truth.
Hide behind the bush.
See, that used to be fun. That used to be fun to say.
Mm-hmm.
They used to
And
be
now
fun
it's
to
not.
right. It used to be fun to be like, oh, government sucks. What's happening?
Oh, that's just a thing. I know.
Mike's
Are you still
alarm went off.
diabetic, Mike?
Yeah. For now.
Are you still
Okay.
right until they release the cure?
The one all cure all.
Oh.
See, all that used to be fun. All that used to be fun. All the like, oh, government, blah blah blah. Oh, they got
I
the
thought you were getting into.
what?
Thought you were getting into music.
No, I'm just saying. Conspiracy
The Cure.
theories. Conspiracy theories used to be fun until they got completely taken over by the right wing. And you can be like, oh, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the moon landing was faked, right? Yeah, totally faked. Yeah, it's so funny the moon landing was faked. Yeah, it's totally funny it was faked by Jews. What? How did we end up here? How did we end up in the anti-Semitic realm where we blame Israel for faking the moon landing?
Beautiful weather we're controlling, isn't it?
Well, it depends on who you think is controlling it. Because now, they do have those types of machines, just not as powerful as the conspiracy theories like to make out. But we can influence current weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can induce already potentially precipitous clouds but we can't like create rainstorms over the fucking Sahara. Can't do that. Not yet, anyway. Like Mike said.
Okay.
All right. And let's see. Moving on to on this day in music history. On say 1989, The Cure dropped their 8th studio album, Disintegration, with the singles "Love Song," which is great, "Lullaby," which is also great, and "Pictures of You," which is also fantastic. Did this also have the Spider Song? Now I gotta know. Guys. I don't remember what album had Spider Song with The Cure. Have y'all heard that banger? See, that banger to me is like a huge influence on like the coming 2000s indie scene. And this song was released in 1989. I think that's
Which one was Love Cats on?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't actually know that song. I kind of wish I did. Let's see. I'm not seeing it, which is weird. Maybe I'm thinking of Lullaby. Maybe. How does Lullaby start?
It is about a Spider-Man.
Does it go Spider-Man? Maybe I'm thinking of Lullaby. Okay, there we go. Never mind. My bad.
It's all right. You know, I had a little mix-up, too, because I thought Lullaby... Someone made me a mixtape, it went from... fuck, I had the whole thing earlier and I lost it. A cursive song.
Right.
Into Lullaby. I was like, I wonder if they cover this song. So I'll go, no, this was The Cure the whole time.
Yep. The whole damn time. Hey, is that a spam call?
Yeah, it definitely is.
You know what I've been doing lately?
Cursive loves talking about spiders.
Trying to seduce them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've been trying to seduce my spam callers lately.
What are you wearing?
And I actually got sent to like a manager this last time.
Ooh.
And like he was like kind of going along with it. And I described like I was like, hey, have you ever had a corn on the cob? He was like, I do not know what corn on the cob is. You know, I don't know what that is. And I was like, oh, you don't know what corn on the cob is? Give it a Google. Google it. Google corn on the cob. And I think he did. And he was like, oh, corn. And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay. And I was already telling before he Googled it. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna butter up your penis like it's corn on the cob, you know. And I'm just gonna.
Did it work?
Well, then he got done Googling it, right? And so he realized, oh, corn. Okay, well, what if I take that corn and I put it in your ass? And I was like, oh yeah, would you like that, Adam? Because he told me his name was Adam.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, yeah, bud, do it. That sounds awesome. And he got so mad.
I love when they say that my name is Michael. It's like, oh, that's funny. My name's
my
Michael
name.
too.
No, just try to seduce them.
We're
because
connected.
I apologize. This is a stereotype, but I'm assuming they're calling from a country that doesn't really like homosexuality. That's why I do it. Not because I think it's... Well, you know, fair enough. Fair enough. No, I'm not doing it because I think there's anything wrong with a man treating another man's penis like it's a beautiful corn on the cob that needs to be buttered and slurped up on. I support it 100%. I just I don't think these guys do. So that's why
that sounds fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, you know, he got very upset because I think he actually finally got the visual I wanted him to have. But this time he made the visual, right? He had to imagine
what your asshole looked like.
But him using his erect penis to shovel corn into my ass. Yum. He had to visualize it. I don't know if we can monetize this episode, but we'll figure it out. All right, moving on.
Brought to you by Del Monte Corn.
yeah, dude. That's who really needs to sponsor us at this point. You know, I always wonder, like, how much corn do you have to distribute to call yourself a corn company? You know, or whatever company, not just corn, but right. Just so you can say we have a corn and we sponsor it, and like, maybe we don't actually make any money on it. It's just funny. It's a bit. And we sell corn.
Dang old Veronica Corningstone.
That would be a good one. Maybe that's the spicy corn. That's the spiced corn. We sell the like light salt corn, and that's the normal one.
What about like corned beef? Is there any corn involved in that?
There's got to be.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I feel like
there's got to be.
I don't know.
Oh, by the way,
I need to watch How It's Made.
By the way, the grocery store that always has pies is going to be your Albertsons.
Ooh.
It's going to be your, here at Safeway. That's what Albertsons is here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to get back to, like, King Soup's not really, sometimes it's seasonal. Seasonal. Dude, dude, I fixed my grocery store issues.
Nice.
I got to tell you, dude, I'm on the Albertsons train after those ice cream sandwiches.
You know what? Today I'm going to go pick up some of their seltzers, you know, just to give them a shot.
Nice.
But no, overall, it's just, one, there's nobody in that goddamn grocery store that I go to.
That is
Love
nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's small, you know. It's
Just alone with your thoughts and the products.
It's so good. It's like the original Safeway. It's like been there since of the area. Sorry,
yeah.
It's been there since 1962. So it's the original of like Lakewood or whatever.
So it's got that smell.
It does have. There's a feeling. It's like
Okay.
it's like. Were you there with me? Maybe you weren't there. I went into like to a Walmart in Oklahoma in like 2010.
I
That
would advise against that.
well, it wasn't one of them new ones. And
Tell
I
you
just had like this incredible sensation of like, holy shit, this is what Walmarts were like before I was like six or something.
Sure.
It was weird. So I kind of have that same feeling in the Safeway, but more of just like it's the style of building less than like a specific. Oh, this was an old Safeway. It's like no, it's just the kind of the way they used to just do department, very boxy. Anyway. Oh my gosh, excuse me. That was the only one, James.
Yeah.
It's called being hydrated.
Is it?
I think so.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's what it's called.
Okay.
All right. Action. On this day in TV and film history. Ooh, a huge influence on my life. Probably shouldn't have been. On this day in 1997, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, is released. On this day in 2003, huge influence as well on both. On everyone here. X-Men 2, very good, very, very good, very
it.
good one.
Striker.
So good. On this in 2008, Iron Man, definitely a strong one.
Yep.
A strong movie to start on, but overall just a strong movie as well. Great origin story. On this in 2014, not that great, but The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is released. It's got some interesting, fun moments and some. Dude, that's a crazy snap of Gwen Stacy's. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Hyman. No. Okay.
What?
On this day in 2025. So today, guys.
Today.
You either get to go see Thunderbolts or you get to go see Alec Baldwin murder a cinematographer. Birthdays.
I want that one.
Well, it's an option.
Well, I don't want it to happen. I just want to see it.
Too late. Birthdays. We definitely have a few we have to mention. One is I'm glad Matt Berry is getting his flowers from the community. As
What we do in the shadows.
Yep.
right, as what we do in the shadows. He's been hilarious for 20 years, guys. Sorry to break it
And
to
other
you.
stuff.
Yeah, he's turning 51. So thank you for finally making the money you deserve. I hope you're happy.
Love you, Matt.
Turning 45. Ooh, okay, I need to calm down.
Yeah, you do.
Ellie Kemper.
She's so hot.
Moving on. She's ridiculous. I can't, James.
Okay, get off of
Okay,
it.
on this day,
On this day,
I'm so. Where am I?
47 years ago.
Where am I? Yeah, on this day, 47 years ago, Kumail Nanjiani was born.
Wow.
Turning 40, Lily Allen. I don't know, and I guess like that asshole The Rock is having a birthday. So
More importantly, on this day in 1519, Leonardo DiCaprio or Da Vinci dies.
Same thing.
Bye.